Hey, what's up everybody? Kai here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play Lufia in the Fortress of Doom! Yeah, I thought today's intro should be a little bit more upbeat to help offset yesterday's intro. Before we get started today, I want to really quickly clarify one thing that may or may not have been made obvious yesterday. And that is the warning that I issued to everybody not only applies when you're interacting with me, but it also applies when you are interacting with other people on my channel. For example, if I upload a video and somebody writes a comment and you feel the need to reply to their comment and attack them, you will be banned. No questions asked. If you treat people with respect, everything will be fine. If you act like a caustic asshole, you will be gone. It's as simple as that. So, moving on to today's agenda, a few things happened last time that I forgot to do on screen. First of which is I sold the iron helmet that Agoro no longer needs, and the blue ring that Kai no longer needs, and that gave us a little bit more gold. Not nearly enough to finish the rest of the purchases here in Ferdaria, but we do have some more money in our pockets, and I want to hang on to that for just a little bit. Speaking of Ferdaria, once again, the trip down here is 100% optional. If you don't like sequence breaking, then you probably didn't follow me here and you don't have the equipment that I do. But if you are new to the game, I think it's a good idea that you come here and you buy this. It's a really good idea, in my opinion, and it's something I recommend to anyone who's new to this game, or RPGs in general. You know, it's nice to have that little extra safeguard. So taking a look at Kai here, he has a full suit of carbonite armor, sword shoes, gladius, so he's in pretty good shape. Same with Agoro with the grand blade, he is going to be a house! Lufia, she didn't really get anything new, but that's alright. And Jerin just picked up a clear silk. And again, she'll be fine. I'm not too worried about the ladies because they're in the back row, and because I'm still a broke-ass white bitch. But we'll get new stuff for them in the near future. Worry not. What you should worry about is why Kai is failing at English right now. Alright, so before we leave, let us rest at the inn, because I think Jerin is low on MP. Yeah, she's about halfway there. 50 gold, not bad. What do you mean, Jerin? Yeah, look at those prison bars on the left there. Holy cow. It does look like a jail cell. Well, it is the most unique inn I've ever seen. That's true, it is different. Sure, why not? We'll all pile into a holding cell. Sounds like a great idea. It's like when you're kids and you have sleepovers and there's like 6 of you all in one bedroom. But anyways, today we are going to go exploring. We don't know where we're going, we're just going. Now actually I do have a list of towns I want to take us to. Now that we have the Falcon ship at our disposal, pretty much the entire world is open to us, with the exception of one town, I believe. Yeah, just one town we can't get to. So I know I mentioned this at the end of yesterday's video, but today we're going to start off by visiting each of those towns, just briefly, so we can add them to our warp list, so that later on, when Lufia gains a level with 6 intelligence, awesome. No, but later on when the game actually directs us to go to these places, we can have Jerin just very quickly warp us on over there, and we can continue on. What am I doing with Kai? He's going to attack the shrieking eel over there. Do you hear that sound, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels. And again, what I'm doing right now is completely optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to just advance with the game, you can go back to Shia Lab 3, talk to the professor, and then follow his instructions. However, I strongly recommend that you just hold off a minute and do not go to the town he tells you to. There's a little side quest we can do at this point that it rewards you for exploring. And you will see how in the very, very near future, because I'll be doing that as soon as we wrap things up here on the open seas. And if you don't do it now, then you can never get this reward. It's a real dick move on the game's part. But speaking of exploration, I know I mentioned this earlier in the LP, but I really like how this game focuses on exploration and combat, taking one step in between battles. No. But it does a really good job of balancing exploration in a manner that, you know, they make it easy for you to get where you need to go, but they also make it easy for you to wander off and end up somewhere completely different. And in some cases, you get rewarded by having access to pretty advanced stores, or finding some little side areas with items in them, and you don't get brutally murdered like in Dragon Warrior. So how do you guys feel about exploration in RPGs? I think if they do a good job of balancing, you know, risk versus reward, then, you know, I'm all for it. I love exploring. Especially when you get new vehicles or modes of transportation and literally the whole world opens up to you. That's so cool, in my opinion. Like here, we can go to literally every town in the game except for one. Man, 4 of these guys, I'm totally unprepared for 4. That's one thing I do like to do in any game, really, not just RPGs, but even like action games and things like that, where you do get access to a boat or an airship or whatever your vehicle just so happens to be, is I like to just go around and wander aimlessly, see what I find. You never know. Why am I still... You know what? Well, first of all, we have Psycho Clams to deal with. We went to the town of Sochette, didn't we? I'm totally spacing out right now, guys. I apologize. Let me see here. Yeah, one cool thing about Warp is that you can use it on your boat. No? Well, I just spoiled the next town we're going to reach. It's the town of Sochette. And like I started to mention, the warp spell can be used from your boat, and whenever you warp to a town, your boat actually comes with you, and it's just docked at the nearest beach, so that's pretty cool. And we'll be putting that to use probably in today's video. But anyways, you go due south from Fredaria, or due north from Shia Lab 3, and you'll come to Ring Island. Those of you who have played Lufia 2 will find this location to be very familiar to you. Although we can't do a whole lot here now, we can at least visit the town of Sochette, so we can have it on our warp list for later. Alright, there we go. Easy enough. Okay, so now, let's go back to Fredaria. By the way, the enemies outside of Fredaria are very powerful and very dangerous. I thought about showing them to you guys because it is a really good place to power level and farm money. But we're going to be running into them on the next floor in the old cave anyways, so I'm just going to wait until then to go over them. And if you want to level grind, I would recommend doing it in the cave, actually, for a very special reason that I'll go over at that time. There is the town of Erebus that we heard about earlier in the game. That town was famous for its teas, if I'm not mistaken, but we can't get there quite yet, so let's keep going around here. Let's see, get to the dead end. Now you want to go south for another random battle. Another good thing about doing this now is that these enemies give so little experience, even when they're considered quote-unquote relevant or current. Imagine doing this later when the game tells you to go to all these places and you're much higher level. Nobody wants to sit there and slog through that tedium. So I thought, at least for the purpose of this LP, it would be more convenient if I just get it out of the way now, where the fights seem actually rewarding, if you want to call them that. And later on, we can just jump from here to there and continue on with our business. Now, going back to the monsters around Fredera, you can also meet up with them here. So be very, very careful and cross your fingers and your balls that you do not get into a random battle, because it could very well be the death of you. Oh, you won't get brutally murdered like in Dragon Warrior, but these enemies are pretty advanced for where we are. Game! Oh, okay, these guys aren't nearly as bad as some of the other enemies around here. This is actually doable. Although Kai should probably champion himself. Now the trick to defeating these enemies is abuse your debuffs in your crowd control. Lufia can go with Fright, Agoro should attack, and Jerin should go with Confuse. If you can debilitate these guys in any way, go for it. Okay, we got one of them, not bad. 2 out of 3. Come on. Okay, good, good. Fuck me. Yeah, these guys hit really damned hard, as you can see. And I really need to have Lufia alive. Her Bolt spell is very powerful against these guys, so we're going to use a Revive. Wait, just Jerin? No, that's coming up soon, I believe. So, Revive Lufia. Now, these guys here, they only have around 300 HP, so they're not very difficult, but they do hit pretty damned hard. Yeah, just go for the kill. Alright, we're in pretty good shape, because this guy's asleep. And he's still asleep. Damn it! Come on, Agoro. Thank you. But yeah, look at that experience. Hey, Jerin leveled, alright. And now she learns the revival spell. Absolutely! Yeah, the dead spell will bring a character back from the dead. Thanks, game. Thank you so much. Okay, we're in pretty good shape. Come on. Okay. This is the town of Epro. How much money do I have? Oh, 13k. We might have enough. Let's go to the armor shop first, because I want to buy a silver wrist for Lufia and Jerin. These are pretty cheap, too. And we should have enough to buy a Carbo Cap for Lufia after we sell their old shields. So let's take a look at that real quick. Wow, plus 10 defense. Very nice. Oh, it's going to be very close. Really, game? I'm short by 82 gold? Oh, man. Okay, let's just sell 2 big arrows. Whatever. Excuse me. And buy a Carbo Cap for Lufia. Wow, we have literally no money to rest at the inn. But we'll sell her red beret, because it's not like the green berets in Final Fantasy, so it's useless to us. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry for that pause break, but for some reason, ever since yesterday, I feel like I'm losing my voice, and my throat just got really raspy all of a sudden, so I had to go get a drink. So hopefully that will help things out. Now, because we aren't meant to come to these towns at all, I don't want to talk to anybody, just to avoid spoilers or avoid things that might make you scratch your head and wonder what the hell these people are talking about. But I do want to pick up that power potion and give it to Lufia. Let's see, so now we got the silver wrists on the... Okay, so that's all I want to do here in Epro. Oh man, this walk. Okay, now there are 3 more places I want to visit, and then we will continue on with my plans. So in other news, the other day, well, you know what? Let's go here first. to the town of Mars, and we're done. Hooray for in and out. Never mind, not even going to continue that joke. Now, this is a little tricky to find, and the first time I played this game, I could not find this town to save my life. It was ridiculously hard for me to find this place for some reason. So you very carefully want to navigate this river here, and you know what, we'll just leave these in here. Not that the enemies around here are difficult in comparison to the enemies around Epro and Fedaria, but they are a little bit more difficult than anything we've met up with at this point. So down here we will find the castle town of Herat, or Herat. So again, in and out, quick trip, hooray! And now, let's go to Serenigal. Remember way back then we kept hearing about this place called Forfeit Isle? Well, now that we have the Falcon, we can reach it. If we could ever make it there, that is. But anyways, as I was beginning to tell you guys, the other day I finished the arduous task of going back to each and every one of my videos and updating the link in the video descriptions for my Facebook page. When I first started doing LPs, I just used my own personal Facebook page for that. And since then, I decided to make a quote-unquote fan page for this channel, where any channel-related news and updates will go to from now on. And about, well, I'd say starting with the Lufia LP is when I started using that correct link, and it took, you know, it doesn't sound like a lot of work to just copy and paste and click a save button, but when you're talking about close to 150 videos, it took me quite a while to update that link, but it's all said and done now. So whether you're watching this LP or my previous LPs, the link should take you to the current Facebook page. Now this music here, I believe, is the only place in the game you hear this music. It's kind of cool, it's different. Huh, do we? Well, if you bring this guy a long nail and a straw doll, he can turn them into a gloom voice, which is an item that you use in battle that will cast instant death to, I believe, a group of enemies or all enemies. But either way, I don't like them because the accuracy on instant death spells is very poor. Here we get a mind ring that increases your intelligence, but I still prefer the elemental rings on Lufia. They're just so much better. Anyways, let's go back in here and actually explore the town of Forfeit. Must be French. It's how they fight wars. Oh, or because they only deal in forfeit goods. I suppose that could be the reason why as well. But anyways, getting back to the whole Facebook shenanigan there, you know, I just want to encourage you guys to check it out and, you know, like it and follow it, because like I said, I post there quite often in regards to channel updates, uploads, you know, any news pertaining to this channel, and it's a good place to get information or stay caught up, because there are some things that don't warrant me making a video, but you know, I might put the that information on Facebook, you know, or maybe if I want to do a poll for my next LP, I'll probably just post it there and see what people think, as opposed to making an entire video for that. But either way, you could get all that information if you just subscribe to this channel here, but I thought I would offer another way of keeping up to date on things and another way to reach me. If you want to leave any feedback, or if you have a game request, or if you just want to ask me something, you can do it there if you don't feel like doing it here on YouTube. And if you want my personal Facebook page, don't be a scrub. Just ask for it. I'm pretty cool about it. I really don't care. So there's that as well. And one last thing before I change topics here. Sorry about that, I was distracted by my roommate. Oh yeah, one more thing. I also post non-LP related information on the Facebook page, but it's more related to, video games in general. I would like to encourage interaction and conversation with like-minded individuals who share my love of video games. So, for example, right now I'm going through the arduous and grueling task of 100%ing Star Ocean 4 and getting that platinum trophy. So I've been posting a few pictures of the more time-consuming battle trophies I've acquired lately. Again, just to spark conversation, see if anybody else likes that game or if they've played the game, things like that, because this will sound very sappy, but one of the main reasons I like doing Let's Plays is for the interaction with you all. I love conversation, I love talking with people, I love hearing what you guys think, especially about video games and RPGs, because if you couldn't tell, I love video games. I grew up with them, they were a huge part of my life. They've influenced me in various ways. I just have countless memories of them. And, I'm sure you guys are the same way, so I would love to hear from you guys about anything, really. Even if you just want to say, you know what, Kai, I really hate it when I'm watching your videos and I hear you get Facebook notifications in the background. It has nothing to do with the LP. You suck balls. I hate you. That's fine too. Just make sure you, be presentable about that and voice your concerns in a decent manner and we'll be cool. Or if you want to say, hey Kai, I think you were right. Maybe the dual blade was called the dual blade because Maxim was dual wielding during the intro. I love debates, discussions, what-if theories, theory crafting, if you will. So really, if you have anything to say, no matter how random it is, don't be afraid to reach out. I'm very, very open, and, like I said, I love hearing from you guys, and, every morning I come home from work and I log in, and I check my messages and notifications. So if you do leave a comment or you ask a question, I'm pretty good about responding quickly. Just give me a day or two, and I'll guaranteed I will have read your message or your comment or whatever you sent me. Even if you send me a death threat, yeah, I'll read it. But you guys get where I'm going with this. And just to close out on that point, the other day, and today for that matter, both days, I came home and I had 7 notifications each. And of those 14 in total, 12 of them were from people leaving comments on my videos. And you guys have no idea how much that brightens up my day. When I come home and see that little number up in the corner of my screen, it really does put a smile on my face. So I want to say thank you guys for those of you who do comment and leave your thoughts and things like that. Again, it's one of the big reasons why I do Let's Plays, is to get people involved and active, and hopefully we can build some kind of community here where we can do things that people in a community do. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm rambling, so yeah, we're just going to end that there and continue on with Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. It's like the Temple of Doom, except we don't have a crazy witch doctor ripping people's hearts out. We have Lufia for that. Now, the gimmick here is that every item you've ever sold up to this point in the game, and, well, thereafter, will end up here. I know that sounds really weird, but at the same time, it's pretty cool. I like that gimmick. So you talk to this guy, and you can buy back literally anything. Whoops. Wait, you could buy 10 of those? Huh. No, because we only sold them one. Okay, I was gonna say, that could be really damned abusive. But anyways, one thing I wanted to point out is if you sold those elemental rings, or where are they? Yeah, here we are, like the monster ring, the blue ring, the ghost ring, anything you've ever sold will end up here. So if you've accidentally sold your elven bow, which I recommend you hang on to, because in the final battle, if you've neglected to give Jerin all of the speed potions in the game, you can give her the elven bow, And the reason you want to do that, instead of giving her Artea's bow, is because it weighs a lot less, and that will help her get her turns quicker, which would help make up for giving speed potions to other characters early on. And Jerin, in all honesty, isn't going to be much help on the offense in the final battle anyways. But I'll go over more details about the final battle when we get there. I don't want to spoil anything too much. But if you are one of those people who like to maximize, then definitely hang on to the Elven Bow for Jerin. It's not critical, but it is something you can consider when we get there. And again, if you sold it on accident, you can always buy it back here. Hey, let's go to the coffee shop. Sure, why not? Wow, this place is very customer friendly. So let's return that courtesy by stealing their shit. No, you don't really have anything I want to buy, so... Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that little... Wait, what? But you don't have anything I want. No, you don't. What's going on, game? Jerin, do the honors, please? What the hell, game? Yeah, this is a but thou must situation. You have to buy something, or you can never leave this shop. Oh, man. So let's just buy an empty bottle. Whatever. Okay. Oh, wait. Do we talk to her? I thought... Okay, there we go. Whoa, she hit me! No, I'm kidding. That's actually supposed to be like a kissing sound, so she's giving Kai a kiss there. Hey, alright! What do you say the three of us go back to the... No, never mind. I think I will come again, definitely. Why are you upset, Lufia? Wait, what? Now Jerin is claiming Kai for herself? Oh, man. Oh, man, even Jerin has mad squabbles. Oh, man, yeah, that's a nice little scene there. Again, just another comical relief. Okay, so that's pretty much all we can do here. There's nothing really to buy or find. It's just, you got those two interesting shops and a little cutscene there. So I do believe that wraps up all of the exploration I want to do. So I'm going to call it quits here, and when we come back next time, I will meet you at Shia Lab 3, where we will meet with the professor and see what is needed to fix the Falcon for underwater travel. So, until then guys, as always, I want to say thank you for watching, thank you for putting up with my random rants and just general babbling. So, yeah, see you guys later on. Take care.